Hi, welcome to Ask Raquel. I'm Raquel Tillman, CEO and Chief Advisor of Tillman Insurance Advisors, and I'm coming to you today to talk to you about a subject that's really touchy here at the agency, but we see it a lot, and that's when you're getting divorced and separated. What do you do with the insurance? And we're real careful about that when it happens here in the agency. But with about 50% of people likely to get divorced, we see it quite a bit here in the insurance agency. And I just wanted to give you some tips ahead of time in case you find yourself in that situation, how you should handle it. So first I want to talk about the difference between divorce and separating, because when you're in the process of getting divorced, you're in your mind, you're already divorced, even if you're just in the separating stage. But generally when you're separated, you're still connected, and we still generally have to keep you both on your policy unless there is consent. So that's just general. And once you're divorced and then you're no longer legally together, we can begin pulling things apart. That's just on a high level of how we handle it. But first, let me start with the home, because that is usually the trickier one. And the insurance policy is a contract that protects the homeowners. So as long as both parties still jointly own that home, both of those parties should be listed on the policy. Even if one moves out, that person still should be listed on the homeowner's policy because they're covered. If the party moves out, we will need to provide a renter's policy because they're no longer living in the home. If the home is vacant because it's being sold as part of the divorce process, there's generally a vacant policy we can have depending on how long it's going to be vacant, and we can take care of that. And once again, it still would need to be in the name of both parties. That is how a homeowner's policy typically works. When it comes to the car insurance, that's a little bit different. Different companies handle it differently, so please reach out to your trusted insurance advisor. But essentially, if the car is in the name of the person and you're married, even though separated, we'll keep you on the same policy unless we have the consent of the other party. So if the other party moves out, they has their own insurance, and we can get some sort of verbal or written agreement that they can be taken off of the policy, we can go ahead and separate them. If they move out beforehand and they're still on the policy, we just need to update their garaging address. But do know, once you separate yourself, you'll lose some big discounts like the multi-car discount and maybe even the homeowner's discount. One thing I would implore you to do is, if you have youthful drivers on your policy, please make sure one of the parents puts them on a policy and you're in agreement with that piece of it. So it generally goes with the parent where they're spending the most time and where that car is garaged, but have some sort of agreement with your spouse or soon-to-be ex-spouse around how to handle those youthful drivers. When it comes to life insurance, the beneficiary listed on the policy is the one who will get the benefits if the other party was to die. So generally life insurance is handled within the divorce piece of it. So speak with your attorney about the best way to handle it, because that really depends on whether you have kids and they're with your spouse, you're paying alimony. Some people would have put it in the kid's name, but please be aware, if you do that and the kid is under 18, they may not have access to the money. So speak with your attorney about the best way to handle that. You know, getting divorced and separating is a wonderful thing for those people who need that, and everybody's all in agreement. But it can be a tricky subject. We're definitely here to help here at the agency. If you're going through that, we handle it quite a bit. We're really delicate, but just know we never pick sides. Our goal is to make sure both of our clients are handled and their insurance is handled properly and that they're taken care of. Once again, Raquel Tillman, Tillman Insurance Advisors, and I'll talk to you next time.